Hi friends, today's lesson is Module 1, Lesson 3. Guess what? Last night, Miles and I made some delicious chocolate chip cookies. Oh my goodness, don't they look so yummy? They are yummy. You should smell them. Okay, so Miles was in charge of watching the plate, and I said, we have 4 cookies, and I'm going to add them as they're done cooking. And he said, okay, Mama. So let's see, 4, then I added one more. And then another one got done cooking, and another one, and another one, and another one. And before I knew it, our plate had filled up with cookies. But I was like, hey, pal, how many cookies did we cook so far? And it kind of took them a minute to count because we had to move them around. They were kind of all stacked on one another. They were still hot, so that wasn't any fun. And I thought, you know what? I wish that there was a math tool that could help us out to organize groups of numbers so we could count them really fast. And then I remembered, oh yeah, there's one of my favorite math tools that could help us out. The 10 frame. Oh yeah. Remember we talked about the 10 frame the other day? Well, that's because the 10 frame has 10 spots in it with rows that are even amounts. How many spots are there in that top row, friend? Yeah, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the bottom row is the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay, so if I had the 10 frame as I was adding my cookies, it might be a little bit easier to count. This is actually perfect. I'm glad that I had this cookie problem because our learning goal for today says, I can describe adding one more by using 5 groups to keep me organized. Oh, good. This is going to totally help me. Let's try it with my cookies and see what happens. Okay, so I started with 4 on my plate, and I can clearly see that there are 4 because I organized them in my 10 frame. Do you see that? Okay, good. All right, so I had 4, and then 1 got done baking, so whoop, I added it to my 10 frame. How many do I have now, friend? Yeah, 5, because 4 plus 1 more is 5. And having it organized in that nice row of 5 helps me to quickly see right away that I have 5. All right. Then I got 5, but then I added one more because one more finished in the oven. How many do I have now? Yeah, 6. If I know that whole row is 5, I don't have to keep counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can just say 5 and then count on in the next row. So I'd say 5, 6. Good job. Let's try it again. Another one was done cooking and I had 6 and then one more would be, yep, it would be 7. We're just counting on 6, 7. If I have 7 and I get one more, how many do I have? Yes, 8. Because I have 7, I'm going to add one more and I'll have 8. Again, organizing it in the 10 frame with those 5 groups are really helpful. If I get confused and I forgot, I know one whole row is filled in, so I can say 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. 8, and then one more is, you've got that right, it's 9. And then the last cookie came out of the oven, and I had one more, and that was, hey, 10 cookies. Look it, I had 10 cookies, and I can clearly see that because the 10 frame helps us to be organized. Hey, I think that this 10 frame is really helpful for today's learning goal because it automatically puts them into 5 groups. All right, let's try it out. So I got all of My Little Ponies and I started to line them up. I started out with 5, and then I remembered that I had one more somewhere in the bottom of my toy chest. Let me look for it. Okay, I found him. All right, so I had 5. I'm going to write a sentence to explain what happens when I add one more. So it says 1 more than 5 is. That's because I'm adding one more to this 5 group. So 1 more than 5 is, let me add in that last one I found. Okay, perfect. So how many do I have now? Yeah, let's count. I know that first row is 5, 6. Hey, 1 more than 5 is 6. If I wanted to do that as an addition sentence, I could say 1 plus 5 equals 6. Oh, perfect. Oh, good. Oh, well, look at putting it into that 5 group and then adding on in the next row right underneath it is so helpful. What do you think? Do you like this strategy? Me too. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, we need to talk for a minute because when you're drawing and you're talking about objects, you don't want to have to waste your time to draw a whole big old picture. I mean, I love My Little Ponies, but I'm not going to take all of my time to draw out 6 My Little Ponies. I mean, that would be outrageous. So, when we're doing math, what we're going to do is we're going to do something called a quick draw. Go ahead and say quick draw. Yeah. A quick draw is a drawing that you do quickly. And the way that we're going to do that is we're just going to draw circles. So I drew circles. See, there's a circle, there's a circle, there's a circle. Oh yeah, see, even just moving my finger around the circle, that's even faster than having to draw out all those ponies. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what I did by writing a sentence to go along with this. So I had 6. See my 6 blue circles? And I added one more. So I could say 1 more than 6 is, and I could say 6, because that's how many I had, and then add up one more. What would that number be? Oh, good, yeah. If I didn't know, I could count. 5, 6, 7. Perfecto. All right, I'm going to say a number sentence now where I'm adding one more to 6. Can you guess what's in my good brain for my number sentence? I'm going to say 1 plus, oh yeah, good, thanks. 1 plus 6 equals, how many? 7. Perfecto. You are so good at this. Hey friend, I don't know if you have it already, but can you go get your math journal or a dry erase board and a marker? Because I'm going to have you practice with me. Go ahead and press pause if you don't have those materials, and then press play when you're ready. Okay, you all set? Perfecto. All right, so here we go. So I have 7, and I'm going to give us one more. All right, so what is that? 1 more than 7 is. Can you go ahead and press pause because I want you to actually write on your dry erase board. You don't have to draw the circles because I did all that good work, but I want you to write the sentence. 1 more than 7 is, and then fill in that blank answer. So write how many 1 more than 7 is right on the line. Then press play to check yourself. Now you're going to have to write carefully in order to get that sentence on your board without squishing it all up. So if it's a little squishy to begin with, erase it and start it over. Also, because we're doing the lesson together, you shouldn't misspell any of those words because I wrote them and spelled them correctly just for you. All right, press pause until you do that good work and then press play to check yourself. All right, you ready, friend? All right, so you should have 1 more than 7 is, what answer did you come up with? Did you say 8? Oh, you did. Oh, friend, nice job. Now underneath that, can you write a number sentence? 1 plus something something equals something. Can you do that to match the picture and then press play to check yourself? Okay, do you have your number sentence? So I had 1 plus 7. Is that what you wrote? Perfect. If it's not, just press pause and fix it. All right, 1 plus 7 equals, of course, 8, because 1 more than 7 is 8. They're the same. Okay, erase your board. We're going to try another one. This time we had 8, and we added one more. All right, are you already thinking of how to describe this? I knew that you would be, you smarty pants. Okay, 1 more than 8 is. Go ahead and press pause. Write that sentence, write the good answer, and then check yourself. Okay, ready? 1 more than 8 is 9. Perfect. Okay, underneath that, I want you to write a number sentence. 1 plus something equals something to match the picture. Then press play to check yourself. Ready? 1 plus 8 equals 9. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's give ourselves a super clap on the count of 3 for rocking it. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. All right, friend, go ahead and erase your board. Now this time you can go ahead and put your marker down because I'm going to mix it up just a little bit. Here we go. Now this time I had 5 and I added one more. So how many do I have now? You're right, I have 6. But now I'm going to kind of mix it up with how I'm going to describe it. So before I said 1 more plus whatever I had equals the new amount. But now I'm going to do it backwards. I'm going to start with the amount that I had after I added one more. Let me show you. Now I'm going to say blank is one more than blank. So I'm going to say 6 is one more than 5. See how I did it a little bit backwards? I started with my new number, and then I had to say my new number is one more than my old number before I added anything to it. Then my number sentence is also going to be wild. It's also going to be backwards. I can say a blank is equal to 1 plus 5. Well, if I have 5 and I have one more, it should be matching my picture. So that would be 6 is equal to 1 plus 5. I told you it was going to be a little wild. Okay, I want you to get your dry erase board and your marker because we're going to try the next one, but we're going to do it backwards. Okay, here we go. All right, so I have 7, and then I'm going to add one more, making sure I'm using those good 5 groups to keep me organized. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and try to fill in this sentence. You're going to write that just like you see it on your board. Press pause until you fill it in, and then press play to check yourself. Remember, the first blank is more than blank. So you want your new amount, and then your old amount should be on the last spot. Ready to check yourself? Okay, so I have 8 is one more than 7 because I had 8 after I added 1 to 7. Okay, press pause and write a number sentence where we're starting. Oh, I'm going to have to actually give you a hint. Blank is equal to 1 plus 7. Do you think you know it's going to fit in that good spot? Yeah, it's 8. Excellent job. Man, oh man, you're so good. All right, let's try one more. I have 8 and I add one more. Okay, press pause while you write that sentence down and try to fill it in all by yourself and press play to check yourself. Okay, I have blank is one more than blank. So I'm going to start with my new amount, which is 9. 9 is one more than, 8, because that's what I had before I changed it. My number sentence, I hope you wrote one. If not, press pause and do it, is blank is equal to 1 plus 8. Well, that would be 9, of course, because that's my new amount. All right, we have done amazing today. Our learning goal says I can describe adding one more by using 5 groups to keep me organized. And that's exactly what we've been doing today. Now it's your turn to try one all by yourself. This is the tricky trouble one at the end. So I had 6 and I added one more. And I want you to do me a favor. I want you to seesaw this to me, and I want you to answer these 3 questions. Oopsie, I made a mistake. Let me fix that one. Friends, sorry about that. I fixed it now. See, even teachers make mistakes. Okay, I fixed the sentence to say 1 more than 6 is blank. Now for your seesaw, I want you to go ahead and write that sentence and fill it in. But be careful, because I have some more things I want you to work on too. I also have one that's backwards. Blank is one more than blank. So you're going to start with your new number and then write in your old number. And then I also want you to do a number sentence. I know this is tricky, but you can do it. All right, just try your best. Good luck, friends.